Spending this morning on the Great Allegheny Passage, running from Myersdale, Pennsylvania to Frostburg, Maryland. I'm in town for Memorial Day weekend at my in-laws at their farm in Myersdale, and wanted to get a long run and didn't want to do my normal trek up the mountain to, I think it's Mount Hood, I think it's called, I can't remember, whatever mountain I climbed, but so I wanted to try something different. So I'm taking the Great Allegheny Passage. I've been on this once or twice. It's a trail that actually goes from Pittsburgh all the way to DC. Great Allegheny Passage and the C&O Trail Path or Towpath, or it's an old rail path. It's gonna look the same. You see behind me, it's gonna look the same for 16 miles. A couple large bridges. Yeah, I'm making the trek across the state line, across the Mason-Dixon line. And some pretty decent elevation. So from Pittsburgh to the Eastern Continental Divide, which is where I'll be crossing, it's straight uphill. And then once I hit that, I fly downhill to Frostburg. So looking at the map, I think it's about 300 feet that I ascend over the next, I want to say 10 miles, 10 or 11 miles. And then the last 5 miles are downhill and I lose about 550 feet. So it'll be a nice climb on the way up, and then some smooth sailing on the way down. So let's go. A little over a mile in, a little winded, my legs are tight. This continual uphill, even though it's gradual, you can definitely feel it. That's not good. Have some poison ivy from Possum 50K. That was last weekend. Speaking of that, I actually did vlog a little bit for the Possum 50K. Rain. It's definitely a possum weekend. Playing Possum 50K tomorrow morning. It's been gorgeous weather all week. Today we get thunderstorms. And it's raining, and I don't think it's going to stop raining until the start of the race, so that's fun. Got a pretty cool water bottle. Race shirt this year, and then a new shirt that they had for sale. Possum Original. Bib number 45. But then decided that since I was trying to go for a time goal, that I probably shouldn't carry the camera and should focus just on the running itself, so that's what I did. I was close to my goal of 6 hours. I ended up with 6:13. Of course, it was a little long, so I think it equated to like a 6:06 actual 50K, but 6:13 is the official time, so that's what counts. But still PR by, I think, like 30-something minutes, so still super proud that I was able to push through that, but a little disappointed because I didn't get the 6-hour goal that I was hoping for, but it was a good race. So those mileage signs are actually the distance to Cumberland, Maryland, which is the actual end of the Great Allegheny Passage, which technically runs from Pittsburgh to Cumberland, and then from Cumberland to DC is that C&O railroad towpath. So that's what those distances are. I'm not doing a 50K today. Turtle. I'm trying to figure out why it's harder to breathe other than the fact that I'm running straight uphill. I remember that we're just over 2,000 feet, or I started just over 2,000 feet elevation, climbing to about 2,400. before going back down to 18. So it's a little higher than back home. It's always good training though. I like coming out here. I feel like I get stronger runs. I don't know, I feel like I push a pace pretty well. Been averaging while I'm running like just around 10-minute miles, just a little over. Average right now 10:40 with a little walk breaks that have happened, but 10K in, less than 10 miles left, feeling really good. Soon we'll be hitting the Eastern Continental Divide and then heading back down. I think it's in like 2 miles. I checked my map on my phone. I feel like I'm like 2 miles away from that. And we start a little bit of descent. I don't know when the big descent happens. I've never gone further than the Mason-Dixon line on this trail, so the divide's in like 2 miles, and then I think like another 3 miles after that, it's the Mason-Dixon line and heading into Maryland. It's a nice trail setup they have. They have bathrooms and stuff like that at different places. I don't know how often the bathrooms are, but it's the first one I've seen. 7 miles in. I think that van over there is the guy who passed me on the bike, but 9 miles left. That puts me closer to 16 and a half. I'm going to be running a little late. Hopefully I have phone service here soon. When I get closer to the top, maybe there's a tower at the top, to text my mother-in-law and let her know I will be running a little behind. So not to sit and wait for me. So it looks like the divide came a little sooner than I thought. So I'm about 8.5 miles in and hit the highest point of the trail. So now it is downhill sailing. Approaching a tunnel that goes through the mountain. I think it's called Big Savage Tunnel. That sounds right. We got the sign coming up here. It is going to be dark. So I'm probably going to run pretty quickly through it. Big Savage Mountain. Big Savage Tunnel. I feel like I've been in this tunnel forever. I do not see even a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, crap. Oh my goodness. That was a little scary. Just a little bit. Oh. There's doors on both ends because they shut it for the winter. And you never know. Have that fear of being trapped inside. Alright, just text my mother-in-law. We're good to go. Snacking up with a salted caramel waffle. It's delicious. Not too much more planned today, just more family time, so won't have anything in the vlog after the run. But today is my brother's birthday. Don't know if he'll watch this, but happy birthday, Nick, if you do. How's it going? Good. As I get closer to Frostburg, I'm running into more and more bikers. I think a lot of people start in Cumberland, make their way to the divide, and then cruise back down. Morning. Looks like I'm approaching another tunnel. This one, it looks like I can see the end of it though. So that's nice. Because I didn't really like the last one. Alright, got about a half a mile until I'm at Frostburg and finished with the run. My mother-in-law's already texted me. She is already waiting for me in the parking lot, so I'm trying to hurry up and get there. Pick up the pace a little bit, but it's been a good run. A few weeks out from Grandma's Marathon in Minnesota, so I'll have a couple more training runs before that. But gonna finish this run out strong. Right after this is gonna be some farm video, so check that out. But this is the end of the run. Thank you so much for joining me on my great Allegheny Passage trail adventure run thing, kind of. Alright, later.
No.